Switchback! Located at ZDT's Amusement Park in Seguin, Texas, this small park roller coaster made history as the first modern wooden shuttle coaster. Currently holds the record for steepest angle on a wooden roller coaster at 87 degrees and was only the 5th sit-down roller coaster to feature a vertical rollback. With its uniqueness, is Switchback the best roller coaster in the world? Well, no. But I do believe it is a top-tier coaster as it currently ranks 4th out of all the roller coasters that I've ridden. Find out why I love Switchback in this review. ZDT's Amusement Park, named for the owner's kids, Zach, Danielle, and Tiffany, was founded in 2007 as a family fun center. The park has a large amount of video games and various attractions, such as my wife's favorite, the rock climbing walls, that are unique for an amusement park. With strategically chosen flat rides and a decent water park lineup, ZDT is a solid theme park. And in 2015, ZDT got on Coaster Enthusiast's map with Switchback. Complaints online about ZDT focus on the price, being too high considering the park takes 2 to 3 hours to complete. Obviously, as a family theme park, they can't offer as cheap of rates as Six Flags or SeaWorld, especially considering the offerings. However, I am normally crazy cheap about everything, but I make an exception for this park and Switchback, and I've gladly paid $30 for tickets, along with personally buying an annual membership, since I will want to go back and ride Switchback about once a month. On my first visit, I didn't buy my membership, since like many people online, I figured I'd do everything in 2 to 3 hours, get multiple re-rides in, and wouldn't need to go back. But then, I really wanted to go back, and I wanted to keep going back. Plus, since I actually buy food at this park, wanted the ability to possibly bring a friend for free, and the ability to get a full 12 months out of my pass, I felt a membership was by far the best option for only $120. Or your $30 day ticket plus $7.99 a month, which is the same monthly fee as my SeaWorld membership. If you're content with this park's offerings, know you will enjoy what ZDT has, and are willing to maximize your time with multiple re-rides, ZDT is worth every penny that you pay. Now, on to Switchback. This Gravity Group wooden roller coaster has Timberliner trains featuring 4 rows for a total of 8 seats. As the park normally is not too busy, I suggest trying to ride in every seat, since you can. The front row offers a great view, plus the world record incline, so I suggest that you sit there on your first ride. The back offers better airtime off the first drop if you're looking to maximize that drop. With the intensity of the Overbanked Turn, choosing to sit on the left or the right side of the car matters. The right side is generally more intense, but if you lean your arm and body against the padded side of the car, it can greatly reduce the intensity of the backwards overbank. For this reason, I prefer to sit on the right side. Switchback starts out with a small turnaround from the station. Though not as great as an RMC's pre-lift sequence, like say the Iron Rattlers, this is a solid moment of lateral G's. Then, the train goes up a traditional chain lift, even though you're on a shuttle coaster. Since ZDT is off a street in Seguin, the turnaround at the top offers a nice but brief moment to view the surrounding city. Then you're plunged down a 56-foot drop. Although this drop is shorter than Fiesta Texas's Roadrunner Express, you feel every foot of this drop, especially because of the sideways slant of this drop. After a small straightaway, you go over a quick bunny hill that is okay, and is the only part of the ride that I feel could be better. Though, on one of my rides on Switchback, where the restraint got left a little bit loose due to my winter jacket, this hill did cause me to get enough ejector airtime that I literally felt like I was flying out of the car. So, it may be more of the airtime limitations of the Timberliner cars than the hill itself. You then quickly turn through a building, and it always feels like this coaster is out of control, which is a great feeling to have. Then the train goes through a 104-degree overbanked turn. Backwards, this is easily the most intense single element that I've ever experienced on a roller coaster, leaving my head hurting. And the reason that Switchback is the only roller coaster that has caused me to throw up. Forwards, the overbank isn't too bad, but just be prepared in case it tries to take a bite out of you. Then, Switchback navigates 2 small hills with a turn in between before facing the vertical rollback. As a unique sensation, the first few times I rode Switchback, I could really feel the weightlessness caused by this element, even in the back row. But after a few rides, it shifts to more of a stop and start again sensation. Despite not feeling like one of the best roller coaster elements in the world, I give Switchback tons and tons and tons of credit for its uniqueness because of this element, which helps it stay so highly ranked on my roller coaster list. Then, the train repeats the course backwards. The 2 small hills and the turns aren't too memorable, but the backwards overbank is painful in the best of ways. As you begin to lose speed, you navigate the larger turn backwards, followed by the first bunny hill again. I do feel the braking is a little bit harsh, as you won't go too much up the first hill, but it does its job to end your ride on Switchback. Though, more common every year, the switch track at the end to bring you back to the station, especially on a wooden roller coaster, is just a super unique element to see. Since there are rarely large crowds at ZDT, you can likely ride Switchback again and again and again. Depending on the operators, sometimes I've been allowed to stay in my seat to re-ride, whereas other times I've had to walk around. Though with the intensity of this ride, I really do need some type of break between re-rides. So, how good is Switchback? I rank Switchback as the second best coaster in the San Antonio area, right above the Iron Rattler and right below the Steel Eel. Though the Iron Rattler is a solid RMC hybrid coaster, there's just more that I want out of the Iron Rattler. Whereas with Switchback, I am totally content with everything that it gives, and its uniqueness, along with ZDT's charm, help it best some of the better roller coasters that I've ridden in the world. That's not to say Switchback is the best coaster ever. When riding it for the first time, I was hopeful that it might be, only to come away disappointed. As a family coaster, it is wild, harsh, filled with solid drops, all while offering one of the most unique gimmicks in the world. But solid floater airtime, like on the Steel Eel, is still a superior roller coaster gimmick in my opinion. For now, Switchback ranks as my favorite family coaster, with the perfection of Runaway Mine Train's bumpy first section and Speedy Mouse's crazy laterals coming in as a distant second and third. What are your thoughts on this unique roller coaster? Do you agree that it's one of the best coasters in Texas? Let me know, and as always, Kapkun Krat!